Some people do not fear rejection. They fear being almost chosen, almost important, almost enough, almost the one who mattered most. Because being second does something different to the mind. It does not always break you loudly. Sometimes it teaches you to expect less before life even begins. Psychology explains why that pattern can stay with someone for years. 1. The brain learns to watch for distance. When someone is repeatedly overlooked, the mind becomes alert to subtle changes. A delayed reply, a colder tone, a shift in effort. Psychology links repeated social exclusion with increased sensitivity to relational threat. These people often notice emotional distance early, not because they are overreacting, because their brain learned that disconnection usually starts quietly. 2. Self-reliance becomes a survival pattern. When care feels inconsistent, dependence begins to feel unsafe. So the mind adapts. It stops waiting, stops expecting, stops assuming support will stay. This creates early self-reliance. From the outside, it looks like independence. Internally, it is often a nervous system that learned not to lean too hard on anyone. 3. They try to earn their place. People who were not consistently chosen often become highly effortful in relationships. They give more, notice more, tolerate more, not because they lack value, but because some part of the mind still believes belonging must be secured through usefulness. Attachment psychology shows that unstable affection can train a person to equate love with performance. 4. They struggle with the feeling of being replaceable. This is one of the deepest effects. When someone has often felt secondary, the brain can develop a quiet expectation. I can be swapped. I can be forgotten. I can matter, but only temporarily. That belief changes behavior. They may stay quiet about needs, avoid conflict, accept partial effort just to avoid losing connection completely. 5. Their strength often looks invisible. Repeated disappointment can create unusual emotional endurance. They learn how to stay composed, how to absorb hurt privately, how to continue functioning when something important collapses. Research on resilience suggests that chronic emotional strain can produce high tolerance for instability. But strength built this way is often silent. It survives, it rarely feels safe. 6. Consistency matters more than intensity. For these people, affection alone is not convincing. Words matter less than repetition. Excitement matters less than reliability. Because when choice has felt unstable, the mind begins to value what stays over what shines. They do not just want to be wanted once. They want to feel chosen consistently enough that the nervous system finally believes it. The core reality. Being the second choice does not just hurt in the moment. It can quietly shape how a person reads people, trusts effort, and measures their own worth. The problem is not that they feel too much. The problem is that being overlooked teaches the brain to prepare for loss before love is even secure. And once that pattern is understood, it becomes easier to stop confusing adaptation with identity. If this felt familiar, stay here. Because on this channel, we do not romanticize pain. We explain the psychology behind it.